Yo, what's up and welcome to this new episode. Yeah, the film look. A well-debated topic in the film community. Wouldn't it be great to achieve the look in your video like photos taken with your film camera? If you say hell yeah, then this might be the video for you. The guys at DEHANCER reached out to me and kindly asked if I want to review their plugin for Final Cut Pro. To get things straight off the way, they didn't pay me anything. This is an honest review, my thoughts, that's it. So, what is DEHANCER? The project was founded in 2014. DEHANCER is a software product for film-like color grading. They have dozens of real photographic and motion picture film stocks like Kodak Gold and Vision 3 to choose from. It is simple to use with a truly analog controls over the effects and the real film behavior. The control panel. After installing the plugin, you find DEHANCER in your Film Emulations tab. As you can already see, Final Cut Pro is my video editing software of choice. There are different ways of applying the software to your video footage, but for the sake of this review we simply drag and drop it on the footage in the timeline. In the control panel at the top, you first need to pick your camera source. As I recorded these clips at the beginning with the Canon EOS R with C-Log, I select Canon R6 and then Log 709. You can also select Rec 709 for standard iPhone clips if you want to. Way down, there are the settings which create the real magic, like your favorite film stocks, grain, a blooming effect and halations. Film stocks and grain. Basically, the most important thing we want to change in our footage to achieve the film look. And there are a lot of film stocks to choose from. For example, Fuji's already gone Pro 400H, which I like a lot, Kodak Gold 200, or even the Kodak Vision 3 film stocks like 500T or 50D. There's also the option to push or pull your film to enhance the look even more. Like any other upcoming option, you can enable or disable the effect with this little tick box at the bottom. The grain in our film photos is something we can't live without. This option might add the most dramatic change in your video. There are a lot of options to change the behavior of grain in your footage. You can push it all the way to the left to minimize it, or you can go crazy with a ton of grain when you toggle it to the right. I would suggest keeping every change you make to the minimum, cause less is more. Except for film in our freezer, but that's a whole other topic. Bloom and halations. Speaking of bloom, this option fakes a real pro mist filter in front of your lens. Sometimes it works very well, like in night scenes or with harsh window light. Again, it all depends on your desired final outcome. Personally, I prefer using a real lens filter, but the option to fake it afterwards is there. Halations are very well known from Cinestill 800T. Here are some night film photos using 800T. The halations around the lights results from removing the ramjet layer from the film. Well, in DEHANCER this effect can be added afterwards as well. Film breathe and gate weave. These two attributes cannot be seen on a single frame of film. Film breathe occurs when the film is transported, for example, in a projector. It is very common to see this because the film roll is moving by a tiny bit within the transportation. Film breathe basically is noticeable as an accidental change in exposure, contrast and color from frame to frame as the film moves inside a projector. To have full control over the effect, you have 5 sliders to play around with. Gate weave, on the other hand, refers to a mechanical swinging of a film strip while it is being pulled through a frame window. In today's world, after scanning the film is usually software stabilized. However, sometimes the stabilization step is skipped or performed in a lighter manner to preserve the natural breathing of mechanical movements. Verdict. After playing around with this plugin for a couple of weeks now, I can say this is an easy way of creating film-like footage from your beloved film stocks. The grain looks fantastic, and the overall intuitive user interface makes it a breeze to color grade your clips. But keep in mind, this tool doesn't make you a colorist or professional color grader. It makes the process and your life much easier, which is great. If I could add some minor things for improvement in the future, it might be the possibility to reduce the amount of grain a tiny bit more. Pushing the toggles all the way to the left still displays a lot of grain in my image. Maybe a reference to real grain like Super 16mm or 35mm would be nice to differentiate between grain steps. In the end, I highly recommend DEHANCER as a tool to create a certain film look. I will put a link to their website in the comment section below. So thanks again guys for letting me try out your product. I really appreciate this. And to all the rest of you out there, take care. I see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.